Welcome to 4C Visions. I'm your host, R.V. Hight, Director of Communications at Central Carolina Community College. In this edition of 4C Visions, it is my pleasure to welcome Meghan Reece Brown, who is a lifelong resident of Sanford. She attended the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, where she majored in interpersonal and organizational communications. Afterwards, she earned her law degree from Campbell University's Norman Adrian Wiggins School of Law. Prior to joining CCCC 3 years ago as the Director of Grants and Strategic Initiatives, she practiced criminal, family, and general civil law in Wake and Moore counties. Meghan and her husband Chris have 2 children, a son Cooper, and a daughter Berkeley. Meghan, welcome to 4C Visions.
Thank you, RV. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Well, it's good to be with you. Meghan, what is the role of grants and strategic initiatives at Central Carolina Community College?
So, RV, we are a division made up of 2 people, myself and Kelly Klug, and our job here at the college is to basically provide high-level direction and support to all of our grant projects here at Central Carolina. So that can include federal grant projects, which are made up of programs like Title III, which helped start our Student Success Center, some of our TRIO programs, which many of our students are involved in, or our most recent award named First in the World that is helping with the visa and some of our success coaching. It also includes state-funded grants, formula grants that we get from our legislator as part of how we operate as a college, and smaller foundation grants that come from corporations and foundations in North Carolina and across the country. But what we do is we provide pre-award support, so that means that we're helping people write grants and match their needs to different funding sources, but we're also providing post-award support. So what that means is that anytime you get a grant, you're going to have to do reporting and you're going to have to really follow the procedures that the different funding agencies set forth. So we kind of support all of our project leads in that endeavor after we're lucky enough to get the award.
Well, how important are grants in the work of the college?
Well, we hope they're very important, and we think they are. Obviously, we get funding from our state legislator, and we're grateful for that. But in a lot of ways, when we're trying to fulfill our mission here at the college, that falls short. So what we try to do is find every extra dollar we can, and all of that is in support of our students. So every dollar we get is either going to some kind of service that will support our students, or when I'm helping Emily here at the foundation, it's actually going towards scholarships that help support students, or it's going towards equipment that we're trying to keep every program up to date, which with some of our technical programs is no small feat. So we think it's a very important service here at the college, and Kelly and I are both very passionate about what we do and how we support the mission of the college.
Well, I know that's right. Now, what is involved in the process of obtaining a grant, and are there a lot of grants that are available for colleges?
There are a lot of grants that are available. It's no small feat to get any of them. We have, in the last 5 years, just really exploded in trying to pursue different avenues that are available through the Department of Education, but also, like I said, smaller foundations. First, you need to just look for the opportunities, and we a lot of times have people approach us in the community and say, do you have a secret database that you know about where you can go find all this money? And honestly, we answer, there are databases that you can pay for, but Google is just our best friend, and really making connections in the community so that people are bringing us things. That's how we found some of our best projects. And then after that, you just have to be a good writer. So you just identify the need for whatever organization you're working for and how that funder can be part of the solution in addressing that need. So that's how we do the first part of it. And then you turn it in, cross your fingers, wait days or months or longer, depending on the funding agency. And then after that, if you're fortunate to get it, what you want to do is make sure that you're following all the regulations and kind of stipulations set forth in the award so that you keep the organization having a good name in the eyes of funding agencies, so that when you go to apply for the next one, they see you in a favorable light and know that you're a good steward of funds and want to support your mission.
Well, and I'm sure that each grant is different in the time process of those, so that would be interesting. Well, one of the college's major grants involves the TRIO program. What is the TRIO program and how does it work?
So I love TRIO. I'm a huge proponent of TRIO, and it is a program that is funded by our federal government. It's been around for many, many years, and what TRIO does, we have several TRIO programs. We have Upward Bound and Upward Bound Math and Science. Those two programs support high school students in our service area, and what that does is takes low-income or underserved students, any student who's at risk, and guides them through high school and really leads them towards pursuing post-secondary education. We also have Veterans Upward Bound here at the college, which does something similar, but for veterans. So for our service people who are getting out and want to pursue post-secondary education, Veterans Upward Bound is there to really assist them in that process. So whether that means helping them get up to date in their education, or just kind of leading them through the process of applying for college and using their veteran benefits and applying for FAFSA and all of those types of things. It's there as a level of support for those veterans. Here at the college we have SSS, which is Student Support Services. That is just a level of support for students that are already enrolled in CCCC. So they function as coaches. They help them with any of the procedural things about college that they might need help with. They can help them with tutoring, with getting writing assistance, math assistance, anything they need. And they also take them to look at other four-year universities, so that we're helping with the transfer process between Central Carolina and whatever institution they're interested in. So TRIO is wonderful. It really helps students. We've had the oldest of our programs we've had for about 6 years now, and just in gathering the data, we can see that it really makes a difference. So I am a huge advocate of the program, and if you ever get a chance to learn about it, you can go find them. Ashley Tiddamore is the executive director of those programs, and she will be happy to answer any questions you have. And we're always interested in getting more students in the program, so please go see her and talk to her about that.
And the college, that's what we're all about, is about helping students
right.
in any way we can, and this is just one of those ways. Megan, another of the major programs is the First in the World grant. Can you share with our audience what First in the World is all about, and explain what it is?
Sure. The First in the World project is a grant that was funded by the Department of Education. It was $9.2 million, so a very big deal, and we were very excited to be involved in it. It actually took a consortium of 10 colleges from around North Carolina and helps fund the institution of success coaches in those colleges. And what it is doing is a research project to see if we can actually quantify and qualify what the exact benefit of having a success coach is. So that helps us have the services here at the college, and also hopefully will help students down the road, because the idea is we'll show how beneficial success coaches are, and then you'll be able to make an argument for funding for those positions and show how beneficial they are to students and how needed of a service it is.
And we're very excited about the First in the World grant, because it is the largest grant that the college has ever received. So we're excited about that program for sure.
For sure. First in the World is one of 2 projects of that size that was awarded by the Department of Education. When we got it, it was us and the University of Georgia. So for a community college in Sanford to get it, it was a very exciting, and really speaks to the good work that everyone here at the college has been doing over the last few years.
Well, I certainly agree with that. Megan, can you highlight some of the grants received by our CCCC Foundation?
Sure. Emily and Abby work very hard to raise funds for our students to support them in many ways. Obviously, biggest support they offer is scholarships. So you should always apply for scholarships. They have tons. Many of my grants help fund those scholarships. We have help available, especially for veterans at this time, through several of our grants. So if you're a veteran, make sure you see Emily and Abby about what kind of scholarships they have available for them. We also have been working over the last several months on a fund which is called the Dream Keepers Fund. What the Dream Keepers Fund is meant to do is help students with emergencies that may pop up in their life. So we all budget and we know what our mortgage is going to be and what childcare might be and what our transportation costs are. But say your transmission goes out in your car, or there's a fire in your home, or some other just calamity that you couldn't have planned for. That can really throw a wrench in what's going on in your life. And as we know, affect your studies because you have some other priority that's popped up. So we're here to help for those types of situations, especially if it's going to prohibit you from going on with your academic plan or prevent you from graduating. We want to help. So many of the grants we've gotten over the last 9 months or so have helped to fund that Dreamkeeper Fund. And so if you have any kind of emergency situation that is an obstacle for you just as you're going forward on your academic journey, make sure you contact Emily and Abby, and we'll try to get you some help there.
And that's one of the great things about the foundation and the grants is that our college does offer a lot of scholarship opportunities, and if you are an incoming student, we would certainly invite you to contact our foundation office to see what some of those opportunities are for you.
Can I take the opportunity to plug one more scholarship while I have an audience here? There is a scholarship funded by the National Science Foundation, which is a very prestigious national organization, and it is offering scholarships here at Central Carolina right now for any of our majors that are based in the sciences. So if you're one of those majors, make sure to see Rodney Powell about that scholarship. It's a full ride here at the college.
Great. Well, it must give you a great sense of pride to see the benefits that grants have, especially when it helps our students and our college to be successful.
Absolutely. Being from Lee County, CCCC has always had a piece of my heart, but since I started working here, I have just really become aware of what this does for our community. So I'm very honored to be just a small part of that.
Well, Meghan, what do you think makes Central Carolina Community College such a special school, with you having been a Lee County native and remaining in the community and coming to work here?
So I remember when I was in college, it just seemed everything was moving at such a fast pace, and it was almost like we were on a conveyor belt and they were just trying to get us through. Here at the college, everyone is just really dedicated to getting every student up in the boat with them and getting them the best help they need to pursue whatever goal it is they have. And what that does is it's not only great for the individual student, but we're also producing a quality workforce, which is beneficial to our community. So it's just kind of a domino effect. You help one student, and that helps the community through having a talented workforce, which goes back to helping individuals in the community. So I always think about CCCC, we're a rising tide, and we're carrying all ships here in Lee County up.
That's great. Meghan, share with our audience how they can get in contact with you if they have any other questions or would like more information about your area.
Sure. My email address, it's very simple. It's mbrown@cccc.edu. And then you can also find me in the Science Building here on the Lee County campus. Our website has a really easy to find directory, so if you just remember Brown and go type my name in, you'll be able to get in contact with me.
And let's remind the audience that if you're interested in some of these scholarship opportunities that are made available through the grants that Meghan and her staff are able to put together, to contact the foundation and ask them about those opportunities, and I'm sure that they will be more than happy to assist you in that regard. Well, Meghan, thank you for your service to Central Carolina Community College, and we will return to 4C Visions after these messages.
Thank you, RB.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
Yeah, but I don't know where to start. That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this.
Is that Bran?
Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy, and giving up impossible.
And then we're going to turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Finally won. What's your reaction? Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
This is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice, she's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Today, we welcome Drew Goodson, Central Carolina Community College Dean of Career and Technical Education. A certified public accountant, he holds a bachelor's degree in business administration from UNC Chapel Hill, a master's degree in accounting from NC State University, and is currently a doctoral student in the College of Education at NC State. He began his career in public accounting before joining the faculty at CCCC to teach accounting in 2006. In 2011, Drew was promoted to chair of the Business Technologies Department, where he served until 2017. In August, Drew joined CCCC's administrative team, taking the position of Dean of Career and Technical Education at CCCC. He is married and has 2 daughters, and the family is expecting a 3rd child in July. Drew, welcome to 4C Visions.
Thank you, RV. It's very good to be here.
Well, one thing I just noticed about your bio, that you're a graduate of both UNC and NC State, so I guess that serves you well when it comes to athletics and being able to pull for both teams.
I pull for both teams, but in my heart, I'll always be a Carolina fan.
There you go. And we're excited that you're expecting that 3rd child, and certainly wish you and your family the very best in that.
Thank you.
Well, your role as CCCC's Dean of Career and Technical Education entails many areas. What are your responsibilities as Dean?
Well, I supervise academic programs, both on the curriculum side of the college and the continuing education side. I work with our transportation technologies programs, our industrial systems, which includes welding, justice studies, media technologies, business technologies, and also on the continuing education side, basic law enforcement training, fire and rescue, and our culinary programs. So a lot of varied responsibilities.
That's a lot going on, and that's one of the great things we have at Central Carolina is a lot of wonderful programs to offer the public. Well, tell our audience about some of the learning opportunities available through the college's career and technical education programs.
There's a lot of variety. Many of our hands-on skilled programs like welding or industrial systems, transportation technologies like automotive systems, those are offered seated day and evening in many cases. We also have a lot of programs that offer online classes. Business technologies programs classes are offered all online. IT programs are another area that offer a lot of online classes. And then the continuing education piece of the college, if you want shorter form classes, maybe classes that meet for just a few weeks, we offer those as well. We also work with high school students in our service area with a wide variety of career and college promise classes in the career and technical education area.
Well, one of the things that really interests me is that in career in technical education, so many of those areas are areas where there are lots of jobs available, and many of them pay really good salaries, which I would think would be very enticing for a lot of individuals who would want to take those courses.
The job market's really strong, and it's especially strong for people who have in-demand skills, for people who can do things. And in the career and technical education area, that's what we focus on. We focus on teaching people to weld, to fix cars, to code, to manage employees, to prepare and serve food, a variety of in-demand jobs. And that's what the market's looking for. I think the era of being able to get a great job just because you have some sort of college degree is past. And now employers are looking for, what kind of skills do you have? What can you do? And that's what we focus on teaching. And that's what's going to get students a good job.
Well, we're certainly excited about that and welcome any of you who may be interested in attending Central Carolina Community College, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Well, CCCC is involved in a number of apprenticeship programs. Drew, what is the purpose of apprenticeship programs and how valuable are they for students?
Apprenticeship programs are programs that are registered with the state or with the Department of Labor that combine classroom education and on-the-job training. They tend to be 1 to 4 year programs, often anywhere from 1,000 to 8,000 hours. And students go to school and work part-time in the industry, in the field about which they're learning. Once they finish their academic program, they continue working with that employer full-time and earn hours towards what's called a journeyman certification, which is a certification that's portable, goes all over the country, and recognizes that you are an expert and that you have mastered the skills required of your particular field. So a student in a welding apprenticeship, for instance, might come to the college, take welding classes. At the same time, they might work part-time as a welder at a local company, just like other employers there, welding, working on the line, manufacturing products. Once they graduate, they would work full-time with that same employer, build hours, and once they've reached enough hours and mastered those skills, they earn that journeyman certificate and they see their wage rise over that entire time.
Wow, wow, that's exciting. Well, share with our audience about some of the various apprenticeship programs that are available through the college.
Certainly. The college has some very strong youth apprenticeship programs. We have a welding apprenticeship with Caterpillar, and we partner with Lee County Schools. High school students come to Central Carolina, take welding classes 3 days a week. 2 days a week, they start out getting specialized industry training related to welding at Caterpillar. Then the second year of the program, they continue taking welding classes, they do more specialized training, and then they go out and work at Caterpillar. In the summer, between that first and second year, they work 30 hours a week welding at Caterpillar. And then when they graduate with a high school diploma, they graduate with a certificate from Central Carolina Community College, and they have opportunities for primary employment at Caterpillar welding in their facility.
What a great opportunity. Now, you have some apprenticeship programs also available in Harnett County, is that correct?
We do. We have a welding apprenticeship there. It works a little bit differently, but has that same 2-year setup. Most of our students there take classes and then work at Godwin Manufacturing doing welding. They start their senior year and then do their second year as college students while working at Godwin.
I would think that these apprenticeship programs are probably very popular throughout the country. Would you agree with that?
You're seeing more and more focus on apprenticeships. The success of manufacturing, the German economy, where apprenticeships have long been part of industry, is something more and more people are looking to copy. And we're seeing a lot more interest at the college in adult apprenticeships. So we've started an apprenticeship consortium where we're working with local companies who are interested in having apprenticeships in their company, working with our students, and providing more of these opportunities. It's something that we're just getting off the ground, but we're really excited about these opportunities for our students to obtain on-the-job training and work toward that journeyman certificate.
How would high school students go about learning more about these apprenticeship programs or learning how to apply for them?
There are a couple of ways. They can talk to their high school career coordinator or the CCP counselor in the high school. They can tell them more about it. They can also go on the college website or contact an admissions counselor here at the college who can direct them to someone who can give them more information.
Drew, I'd like to ask you about the purpose and value of community colleges today, and particularly in your role working with technical education.
I think community colleges are tremendously valuable because they're focused on students in so many ways, and they're focusing on how they can serve the students in their community. We work with Caterpillar, for instance, because they have a plant right here in Sanford. Furthermore, whatever your education needs are, there's probably a good chance that we can meet them. If you need some short-term courses to pick up a very specific skill or to maybe improve your prospects of getting a better job, our continuing education area can help you with that. If you want to earn a certification, maybe in a semester or in a year, so that you can quickly pick up some new skills and then go back to work, we can do that. If you want to be a full-time student and spend a year or 2 years and getting some more in-depth education in a particular field, we can help you with that. And we can work with your schedule and your needs, whether those are being a full-time student during the day, being a part-time student, whether you need to come at night, whether you need to take classes online, or do a mixture of all of that. And we're also able to tailor our offerings to what the community needs. The specific companies, the specific industries that are located here in Lee, Chatham, and Harnett counties, we can provide education that's tailored for them. And I think that makes the community college very competitive, very good value for our students, and that's even before you consider the low cost of our courses.
And I think that one thing to point out is, I know that with the apprenticeship programs, a lot of times you're dealing with younger folks, but our programs are available for folks of all ages.
Oh, certainly. We educate a lot of adults here at Central Carolina Community College. I've had students 18 to 80 in the same class, and we're really able to meet your needs. Whether that is child care, which we can help provide, whether that's finding a schedule that works with your job, works with your family situation, we can find a way to meet your educational goals.
If someone is interested in learning more about the career and technical education programs and may be interested in coming to school here, what would they need to do?
The first step is to apply to the college, and you can do that on one of our campuses, or you can do that online. There's no cost. If you want to learn more about our offerings, I encourage you to go to our website. All our programs are listed there. There's a specific section of the website for our career and technical programs. It lists everything we offer. It shows what classes you would need to take as part of each of those programs. It gives you more information about the programs. And it also has the contact information of the people who specifically teach in those programs. And we would be more than happy to speak with you if you want to reach out and call or email one of our faculty who is part of the program that you're interested in.
Well, Drew, we are excited. We hope our audience will look for us on the internet. You can learn more about the college at www.cccc.edu. Well, Drew, thank you for being with us today. And viewers, thank you. And we look forward to seeing you next time on 4C Visions.